Hello on the rockers. Holy cannoli. We got the merry dynamic duo Matt Wilson and Joe Serpico, the masterminds behind Bug and Bear's Cannoli, hot off their Food Network / HBO Max run on season 19 of the Great Food Truck Race. I got it. We're going to chat entrepreneurship, stuff some cannolis, and talk about their reality TV run and their new baby, a shop in West Hollywood. Everybody calm down with my co-host, model musician Stephen Taylor, and me, your sassy host with the sassy most, buns and bows and pantyhose.
The place for too glam to give a damn. Raise a glass.
It's on the rocks.
Thank you for being
Boulevard.
Life is a banquet, and most poor suckers are starving to death.
I'd like to propose a toast.
This is On the Rocks with Alexander, where I drink with your favorite celebrities as we talk about fashion, entertainment, pop culture, reality TV, and, well, that's about it. So pop a cork, lean back, and raise a glass to On the Rocks.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Lord have mercy. Welcome to the show. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at On The Rocks on Air and on Facebook On The Rocks Radio Show. Send us an email. Book us for a pride, wedding, funeral, quinceañera, bris. We don't care. We'll show up. Info at ontherocksradioshow.com. Also send us your comments, your guest requests, and your guest questions.
Yes, the show is presented by Straw Hut Media. You can watch and or listen to every one of our over 400 episodes at ontherocksradioshow.com. Con. I was going to say convention, but yeah. But...
Oh, I was on Wrath of Con. Star Trek 2.
Oh my God.
Nerd.
YouTube, Facebook Watch on I Love Gay LGBTQ, and of course, Bearwood Magazine.
Rawr. Make sure you watch our TikTok and Instagram. We're adding some new segments, some behind-the-scenes videos, our shenanigans, some intended, some not intended, and our cocktail making recipe. We have one.
Just the one so
Just
far.
the one, and
it was
it's
a doozy.
interesting. Sorry, Madonna. Sorry, Absolute Vodka. We tried.
Next time.
At On The Rocks on Air. Okay, we are really going to stuff some cannoli today.
Yeah.
It's a Wednesday in West Hollywood. What do you expect?
There's a lot of cannolis being stuffed today.
Yes. We have so much to talk about, so let's just dive right into it, shall we?
Let's do it.
All right. On the Rockers, meet Matt Wilson and Joe Serpico, the husbands and co-founders behind LA's beloved Bug and Bear's Cannoli, the self-described pop and pop dessert brand named after Matt and Joe's nickname for each other. Oh, how cute. Was one of just 8 of the teams competing on season 19 of Food Network's The Great Food Truck Race, hosted by Tyler Florence, streaming on the Food Network and on HBO Max. There you go. Our dynamic duo, along with their investor Dina, competed in this season's savory versus sweet battle races through the Great Smoky Mountains, with some kitchen drama on some other episodes. Well, we're going to talk about it. What started out as a single tent at LA Farmers Market in 2023 has exploded into a full catering and events operation, serving everything from festivals to Paramount Studio events, to last-minute Netflix requests, by the way. Plus, their now iconic cannoli trailer, designed by legendary mid-century artist Shag. And if you've been to Palm Springs, you know Shag. We've been to Palm Springs. We know Shag. This fall, Matt and Joe will open up Bug and Bear's first brick-and-mortar cafe. Where else? West Hollywood. Also designed by Shag. You always have to pause before you say Shag. Shag. We're gonna live forever. The menu features their heirloom cannoli, including a vegan filling, fried lasagna, zappole, pizza roll, calzones, espresso. Look at me. I'm making an espresso. Honey Hunter. I'm Honey Hunter, that's my espresso. Don't sue us. And matcha drinks. But before you leave for the day, after 8 p.m., you can get wine and beer. I'm so ready for that. Beyond the kitchen, Matt and Joe are proud champions of LA's LGBTQ community, from the trailer at WeHo Pride to supporting LGBTQ plus charities and volunteering with LGBTQ youth programs. For them, Pride isn't just a season, it is who they are. Raise a glass and welcome Matt and Joe.
Thank you.
Hey guys, how are you?
Good. That's a mouthful.
I was about to say.
That was great.
I'm just saying.
Congrats on making it to the finish line for that.
Yeah, well, you put a dessert in front of me, I go fast. Chase the dessert. Yeah. You guys have been doing the circuit. When I mean you've been doing the circuit from podcasts to morning shows. I know you have Mario Lopez is coming up. Tell him I said hi.
Yeah.
Are you guys just exhausted
Every
from all
day.
of this?
Yeah,
Every day, all
it's getting
day.
there. It's getting there.
But it's like a good exhaustion. You
Yeah.
know, it's not like a burnt out, like I don't want to leave my, depression den. It's
Yeah.
like it's like a motivating exhaustion where you're just riding delirium.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
great.
Last
And
week
you
we
never know
got
what direction you're going to go in.
last week we got 2 calls, one for Netflix
Yeah.
and then one for Disney, and then yesterday for the WB for the Pit.
Yeah,
they wanted
all
us
the
to
set
make
catering that we're doing.
they wanted
Yeah,
us to
the
make
Pit?
Yeah.
they wanted us to make
So
cakes.
We made
and
cannoli cakes for the Pit
so
today.
we put it together, made 2 sheet cakes for them.
Yeah.
Nice.
Did you
Because for all the
get
Leos.
to meet the cast?
No, it was at the gate. It was real quick because they were
You're like,
filming.
Noah.
Yeah, exactly.
His nose was out there, though.
Yeah.
But that's just so exciting.
Yeah, it's
fun.
crazy. It's
'Cause-
amazing.
But you guys have been working hard at this. You know, we talk about working towards your passion, and you can't just expect things to happen. You have to
Right.
make things happen, and you guys definitely have, which we're going to talk about. But I want to back up a little bit. We always talk about our origin stories here, and I just love how family history plays into our current lives. No matter who you are, it just does. The history behind your cannolis. First of all, just so everybody knows, the shells and fillings are made fresh every single day.
Every day.
Every day.
So when you get a call from like, you're like, oh,
We had
got to get to it.
yeah, we had to stop and make them.
But it's built on family recipes that go back
7 generations.
7 generations. To like you through your great grandmother, Sicilian. How much was food and cooking a part of your growing up?
Everything. So I mean, any Italian family, it's everything. So when I was born, I still had 6 grandmothers still alive. So they were all still alive. They were ancient, the older ones, but they were all still alive.
Stregonona's
Yes.
shit.
So they all lived in the same condo. So as
Oh my God, that's
all of
convenient.
them, and they were all up one floor. The older they got, the higher they went.
That's
It
incredible.
was insane. So the higher it went, the scarier it was. So like
And darker and
the
like
top 2, like the crosses, it got really scary. For a 2-year-old, I was frightened to go up to the top. But yeah, cooking was everything. So at that, it didn't matter what day it was. Everyone would come together at my grandmother's house, and everyone would cook. They would
Now-
all yell at each other, but they'd all be cooking.
well, that's how Italians do it. That's how Latinos do it.
right.
And how were these recipes carried down? Was it through storytelling? Was there like a big spell book, like the Book of Charms?
Kind of. It's funny. I asked my grandmother for the recipe, and she goes, "Yeah, I got it." And she went into like a book and just sent me a picture of just a handwritten of what it was. And she goes, "This is it." I'm like, "That's it? Like that's that's what everybody's using?" And she goes, "Yeah, this is your family recipe." I'm like, "Everything's in handwriting, isn't it?" So it was just a picture. And it came out exactly the way I remember as a kid.
So how excited is your family now that you're bringing it out to the open?
So excited. My grandmother's like ecstatic.
Every day they call him. Every single day.
My mom calls me every day anyway. But yeah, now even my grandmother is now calling me every day.
That's so great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Joe, didn't you have a family that was close to like the Rat Pack?
Yes. So my great uncle, and they were also gay. It was my uncle Ernie and his husband Lee. They originally started out as chefs for him. Then they became friends, and then they opened up restaurants together. So yeah, they were really close friends.
Yeah.
Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
They live next to each other in Palm Springs.
Yeah. So their
Well,
houses.
Frank Sinatra has so much history in Palm Springs,
Yeah.
along with so many other Hollywood stars. So my grandma's second husband was very much into the Las Vegas hotel scene. He was one of those, not like the general manager like we see now, but like, you know, how they arrange everything.
Yeah.
So he became very close to all of the Rat Pack. And then Frank Sinatra, because my grandma's husband bought and owned a hotel in Palm Springs right on Arenas Road.
Right.
So he was still keeping in track with
Oh,
all
yeah.
of them and all these stories. So how amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Anytime we ever talked about it, my grandma was like, "Yeah, we know him." Yeah. Like it's always been crazy.
But it's that kind of texture and class that you brought to your recipes
It is.
as
It
well.
is. Yep.
And on the reality show, I mean, that was one of your first dishes was the Rat Pack
was.
cannoli.
It was.
God, it looks so good. It looked so good. You felt like you could reach into the screen.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the other food trucks, I was like, oh, that's fine.
It's okay. It's good.
You can stay there. Maybe next time. But how weird, sweet and savory. How can you even compare the two and fight against each other? Because sometimes you're in the mood for something sweet and sometimes you're not.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I think that we tried to come at it from the approach of let's not fight with the savory. Let's try to complement them. So then we can still make sales no matter if they are, making sales or not. It was really became more of a battle of we need to beat those other sweet teams. But then, as the first episode turned into the second episode, it became less and less like sweet versus savory, and it was just everyone versus everyone.
You quickly learn that it's at the end of the day, it's how much you made. How much money did you make at the end of the day?
Yeah.
And
It's a food truck business.
When we sell cannolis, we can't raise our price. Like we can't charge an astronomical.
You can only sell more cannolis.
But those hot food trucks can charge $35 a plate,
And they do.
and they work.
Food truck prices have gotten so astronomical.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I've seen posts about it all over the place about how expensive they
And the food is always good, and we know it's very expensive to run a food truck.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course.
You know, so costs are through the roof, so you have to make some money.
Right.
I mean, the hours that you have to put into it. But still, food trucks, when they first, remember the boom hit, when did it first hit?
2010.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
maybe.
maybe.
I
It's
didn't.
been a while.
Yeah. But I remember when they first were coming out, and it was like it was a convenient thing to everyone go to, and then it was just like,
But you get a lot of bang for your buck,
yeah, a
though.
lot of bang for your buck,
Yeah.
and then it was good quality too.
Yeah, it was always
a lot of food truck owners they make their own food,
Right.
Which is so you do get a different quality than being in a restaurant or something where it's just the same thing going in and out,
Right.
Which you get on the trucks, but those people have now prepared it. They're making it a little bit more fresh, and they're
It's a little more intimate, right?
Yeah.
Because the person is the chef that's also handing you your food.
Yeah.
You know, it cuts out a lot of the middlemen. So it's just the difference of coming into someone's kitchen through a food truck versus sitting down in a restaurant and having all of that process. But boy is it intense, and boy is it fun.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to talk about your episodes.
And the show too.
There was that.
So you did see it.
I watched it last night, actually.
Okay.
This is good. But a cannoli also, it's like you kind of know what you're going to get. And I feel like some of the others were so all over the map. It's like, if I'm going to spend that much, I'm not sure I want to be that adventurous.
Right.
But you guys have taken the cannoli, amazing tasting cannoli, but it's like we know what we're going to get.
Right.
But then you've added so many layers to it, so you can be adventurous, knowing that you're going to get, at the very least, what you want to walk away with.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, and I think some of the food trucks on the show were still trying to find their voice, or what the
And some
thing
went
was.
from sweet to savory because they couldn't make that sweet.
Yeah,
Or you had
yeah.
some of those savory trucks that had it has like beignets and burgers.
But you guys are politically correct.
And
I
then
don't have to
so
be.
the beignets and burgers, they never once did you see a burger.
Right.
So it was like, but
Not
So I
yet.
kept looking for it.
well,
You'll have to watch the show.
yeah.
Not
But I
yet.
thought that should have been their lead, because I was very interested in seeing a burger and a beignet, because two of my favorite things. I'm like,
Yeah.
but you can't play it safe on these things.
No, you can't.
and-
And you got to do whatever you can. to win.
Absolutely. And listen, at the end of the day, there are so many, not so many, but there are 8 super talented, super incredible, hardworking teams. And they all had to do their best with what they were given. And a lot of these food trucks are breaking down, having
saw
mechanical issues.
The heat temperatures are different.
yeah.
The way you guys cook your cannolis here is different than the heat in Tennessee.
Oh,
Totally.
100%.
I mean, everything.
And you
And
have
the
to
truck they
pivot.
were just given, by the way.
And you have to
That we have
pivot
no
on
idea.
the spot.
Yeah.
And so, so I have a lot of empathy and compassion, while also going, oh, I'm so glad they're having trouble.
When you hear
It's
the
also a reality show.
Right.
And Food Network is very notorious, and I'm not speaking out of turn because I was never on Food Network, and I probably will never be in the six. Worst cooks, maybe.
Never say never.
But there's certain things that are tweaked, such
Yeah.
as a temperature in a studio could be 10 degrees hotter because of all the lights and all that. So your usual temperature time, your usual dough, whatever, it's going to change.
Yes,
and you don't know
absolutely.
until you're there.
Absolutely.
You don't, yeah. I mean, even going out of our element just to the state and the ricotta cheese, the stuff we have to buy
Oh
is
my
different.
gosh, that was.
And I didn't know the difference of it has to be strained, and and it makes sense. Otherwise,
Right.
it's too
Yeah,
liquidy.
it's too liquid.
Yes.
And we did bring our strainers, and we knew what we were getting into. So it's
Yeah.
not, we didn't go into it blind. Like,
No, we knew what we were getting
We knew
into.
what we were getting into, but we also
We didn't know
how difficult it was to buy some
we
of the
didn't know
stuff
the
we
inventory of certain stores, in the Tennessee area, and like what we would or wouldn't find every day. So we knew what situation we were getting into, but we didn't know the details of what was going to happen.
And they don't tell you.
No, which
They're
is
like-
They're
which
not
is
going to tell you because
Yeah.
they'll film it.
it's part of the show.
They're like,
Yeah.
oh, happen to have a
Experience that,
cameraman right there in
Yeah,
your
they're
face.
like, good luck. I'm
Yeah.
like, all right.
So it was definitely a time was had.
Time was had.
So, Matt, I want to know what your relationship as a kid growing up. How much was food? What culture did you grow up in?
Well, I'm white.
No shit.
Blinding.
No. You want to build a snowman?
No. So I guess me saying that
Macaroni
is that
cheese.
like I have so much love and affinity for my husband's culture of food and the Latin culture of food and so many other places, and I feel like sometimes like the white American culture is a little lacking in culinary world when it comes to how, like what foods are staples, and you have mashed potatoes and green beans, but so
Meatloaf.
I never had a relationship with food that went beyond just food and eating every day, and I didn't get that until I left home and went to New York, and I started experiencing
Food is
that.
such a huge part of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly, and that's where I really first fell in love with food, was living in New York City.
I
And
thought it was
food-
because of me.
Well, no,
Oh.
I fell in love with your food when I met you.
But food in New York has such an important part in terms of storytelling. So you meet other people over your meals, and the culinary experience also feeds into the connections you're making.
Right.
So Matt, growing up, so was it dinner at the same time with everybody on the table?
Yes and no. I mean, my dad worked at like a steel mill as a welder, and so he was working late hours. So a lot of times it was just me, my mom, my little brother. We'd have dinner with the three of us. So meals weren't always together completely as a family, but when they were, on weekends, it was all that more special. And I feel like if I can think of a couple of dishes that were just super staples, it would be honestly like casserole dishes, which Joe always makes fun of my love for. Like, I want to make everything into a bowl because I feel like a taco bowl, a burger bowl.
We love our bowls.
Yeah, because I feel like
Turn the taco into a taco bowl. Get out.
I feel like for me, it's like that safety, that's nostalgia, with all the casseroles I grew up eating. So
Plus, for a working family, it spreads a meal.
100%.
You have leftovers.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom, God rest her soul, was the worst cook ever. But she had 3 dishes that she could make: green enchiladas,
Oh,
Hawaiian chicken,
yeah.
Yum.
and then God, I forgot the other one.
And your specialty is medium rare chicken.
Yeah.
Okay, this is so bad. He can cook, right? I didn't know. I'm so stupid.
He's telling me. So he's telling
I'm
me.
so
He's just telling me like he's cooking chicken, and he's just like, and he says, he says sometimes I just don't like it because it's like I just don't like. Sometimes it's just a little pink, and I don't like having medium rare chicken. And he said, I was like, wait, what? Medium
I
rare
didn't know.
chicken?
I thought you could have medium rare.
I was like, that's
The fact that you don't have salmonella.
that's what I said, and that's what I said, and I was like, no, you have to make sure it's completely white. And he's like, but with beef you can have it be pink, and I was like, that's
Oh no, poor baby.
We're talking. This was 4 months ago.
This is 4 months ago. This is
my
like
culinary
this
journey.
was recent. I recently told him that you have to actually cook chicken.
Ironclad immune system. This one.
We'll have you come over and we'll make you.
Yeah, we'll cook dinner for you
Do you know
guys.
how many people say, "I'll just teach you how to"? I cannot cook a chicken breast to save my life. Steak, I can cook it in my sleep, but I thought
It's okay. Chicken is Joe's least favorite protein as well to cook.
Yeah.
when it's done right, it tastes so great.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
can't do it, and I've tried it. I've tried it in a George Foreman
It's a
grill. I've tried it in the
finicky
oven. I've tried it in air fryer.
protein.
I've tried it everywhere. Okay,
Yeah.
anyway, let's get back to the guest, shall we?
Now I'm hungry.
So, what were both of you up to before you decided in 2023? Okay, let's do it. Matt, I know that you had done acting.
Yeah.
You were in nightlife. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I kind of speed nutshell. I moved to New York in 2012 to be on Broadway. I went to musical theater school.
AMTA, right?
For a semester. While I was living in a homeless shelter, I went like full balls to the wall with the
Food
New
Network,
York
you missed
City.
an opportunity.
The New York City experience. And then I started doing acting classes. I did a couple off Broadway shows, did some stand up, wrote in a web series, started in a web series, then moved to LA, and then just auditioned for basically 9 years. So that was fun.
I mean, but what an amazing way to kind of expand your talents and learn
Yeah,
about your skill.
absolutely.
I mean, being homeless, again, it goes to like, are you this passionate that
Right.
you're going to do the damn thing
Yeah.
because you know something's going to happen?
Yeah.
Right.
I think one
That's
thing
traumatic, though. How old were you?
when I 20.
When you were homeless?
Yeah, in New York. Yeah, 20 to 22.
Now, were you going to homeless shelters? Were you sleeping in Central Park? Were you in the car?
So in the beginning, it was kind of a little bit of both. I drove there in a car from Oregon, and so I had my car, and then it was snowing like in November when I got there, and so me and my best friend went to Covenant House, which is the youth homeless shelter in New York City.
Yep.
Saved my life. Thank
Wow.
you, Covenant House. Thank you, Covenant House. But so lived there, honestly, for the better part of 2 years. They have this amazing long-term transitional living facility called Rites of Passage. And you basically have a dorm and you spend $300 a month on rent, and they give that all back to you at the end
Wow.
so that you can go get a place of your own.
Wow.
My homeless experience wasn't as traumatic as it could have been, thanks to Covenant House.
Yeah, but still, I mean,
Of course.
thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
But it kind of shows you the kind of like will that you have, and starting a business, you have to have that at the very least.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing that Joe just sticks with me. The thing that Joe always says about me is that like I'm like the sunny disposition of the two of us. I'm the like ambitious, delusional dreamer.
Did you see episode 2 of your own show?
This drink is delicious.
Make me a ticket. Make me a ticket, why don't you?
But I'm like the vision, I guess, of the two of us, and he's like the business structure, get it
100%.
done guy. And but when it's we're struggling or we're going through something, I feel like it's usually me that Joe gets to lean on.
Yeah.
And that always sticks with me because that's who I've always been in New York as a child, everything.
And as a business owner, you have to be the showman. We
yeah.
saw you the showman on the PA system, schmoozing with the crowd, doing that.
My
Like,
shine will
that
never
is-
dim.
But very much showman.
Yeah.
And so entertainment.
Yeah.
Is the entertainment bug? Is it still in you? Do you think?
Yeah, of course. I think it's always going to be in me, and it's a part of me, being an entertainer. But what I love is that now this business, I get to still entertain. I get to entertain through food. I get to entertain through, starting a business and a brand. And we're like launching this brand. We have a children's book that is being illustrated right now that is a part of the business. So there's still so much left to be entertained when it comes to Bug and Bears Cannoli.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's smart. I mean, the brand is it's so there,
brand.
and the fact that it's named after your love names for each other is cute.
Yeah.
I can't get to date number 3, but okay. And Joe, what were you up to before?
I was not my completely different kind of life. So I mean, I when I graduated, I moved I was in Florida. I moved from Fort Lauderdale, Miami, to Orlando with my ex-wife at the time.
I know.
Food Network, you missed like this whole story behind this. You know how American Idol and then the piano comes in and it's sad, you're like, homeless and straight? Oh,
Yeah,
come on.
Homeless and straight.
That's the name of your- That's the name of your next food project. It's a cold pizza.
Or just straight homeless.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, and then I had my son, 2003, so he'll be 22 this year.
Yeah.
So yeah, he and
goes to
then
Brown.
Yeah, and then I moved to Boston, and I lived there for 10 years. So I was a finance director and a general manager for car dealerships. So I worked for General Motors.
Talk about a whole life change in so many different aspects.
Oh yeah.
Kind of like finding yourself.
Yep.
And this is who you are. This is your identity. So what was that inspiration in 2023 to be like, okay, we're doing all these other things. Let's just focus on this.
It was, it would have been this is my third and final marriage. So I had my ex-husband.
If this marriage, he tells me every day, if this marriage ends, one of us is dead.
Yeah.
Well, tune into episode 4.
next special.
So obviously, like it's not always that other person's fault. I mean, I worked 120 hours a week. I was gone every day from the minute you woke up till we went to bed, and it was this time I was not going to do that with him.
Do you think you were running away from something by working so hard?
Yeah.
Marriage?
Yeah. So it was, and
She's here today.
Yeah.
Bring it.
Talk about reality TV.
No, and I knew that. So it was at that when we met, and I was still working in the car business, and I'm like, I really like this guy, and I don't want to do that again. And if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do something I like. And I told him, probably our first or second date, I'm like, I would love to own like a bakery or just something where we can work together, or just something. And then it just quickly snowballed. And I'm like, well, this is actually, so I quit. I quit working, and we both did.
Yeah,
We jumped right in.
I was waiting tables at Rocco's in Studio City at the time, and we started doing farmers markets, and then the farmers markets were making more money than I was making at Rocco's weekly, and I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
we quickly
well,
became
we need the time
That's
for
surprising
prep.
to hear.
So then I just stepped back from Rocco's, and I was like, well, I'll take care of the prep while you're at work. And then that kept snowballing, and then we met our incredible investor Dina, who changed our lives, and through our now assistant Danny. I know that lovely people watching can't see, but she's sitting right over there.
And she looks like she don't put up with shit.
Oh, she doesn't. Oh, she doesn't.
Don't mess with Danny.
She's in a bad mood.
Danny or Dina, you got the double D's.
And so through her, she brought her mother, who changed our world and our lives, and brought us from the tent life to having a trailer and being able to do bigger things and bigger festivals and set catering. And now we're all just taking the step together and opening this cafe.
So let's talk about bringing in an investor. Having your idea, your recipe, it's having your baby.
Yeah.
So when you have somebody else that gets involved, I would assume that there's the assumption, because I'm a control freak.
Right.
I mean, he'll tell you. I'm just, because you know what your brand is, whatever. So when you bring somebody else in, did you have a little trepidation and because she's a managing partner. It's not like she just hears the money and then she's out.
Right.
She was on the show.
Yeah.
Did you have any fear of bringing somebody else in to help raise your baby?
It's really weird, because this is something, if you ever tell someone you have an investor, it's the first thing they think of is paperwork and everything that's going to be involved in
ownership
that.
What's my return,
what they want to say and what they want back and and all that. She called us from where were they? Stagecoach, and she's like, let's do it.
How did she hear about you though?
So through
Just
Danny.
through Danny.
So Danny was a customer of ours in the very beginning when we're doing a
You
farmers
never know who your
market.
customers are.
Yeah, we're doing a farmers market in Lakeview Terrace.
and we had just started a GoFundMe to start a
Got it.
trail
to raise money for our food
our
truck.
food truck.
And Danny was gluten free, and so she was like, I haven't had a good cannoli in so long, and I'm gluten free. Do you guys make gluten free shells? We're like, no, we don't make those. But she asked by the third time, we're like, all right, we'll try. So we worked on this recipe for 6 to 8 months. Because before, you don't want to let something out until you know that it's good enough. It stands the
Especially, no offense,
test.
with those gluten-freers. They'll come after you.
Yeah, they definitely will.
Yeah. And so we made her gluten-free cannolis. We started delivering them to her, and she just became this steadfast, incredible customer. And she brought her friends and other customers. And then she told her mom about us, who was living in Detroit, Pia's Ristorante, which is their Italian restaurant out in Taylor, Michigan. And brought her down and visited us, and I fell in love with.
Yeah, it was, and that's what I was what I was saying is that she wasn't like a normal investor. She didn't ask for paperwork. She didn't ask us to sign anything. She didn't ask us anything. She's like, how much do you need? We told her what we needed, and Monday morning she deposited all the money into our account. She says, go buy yourself a truck.
I don't want our viewers to think that this is
It is
this is
not-
what happens.
Don't
It
get
is
me
not
wrong.
normal.
There is paperwork now.
Oh yeah, now yeah.
No,
There
there has
has
to
it
be.
was
There has
yes.
to be.
Oh yeah,
So
no, now,
don't get us wrong.
she's a managing now we've become a company.
Yeah.
Then we were piping these cannolis in a tent.
Yeah, she was a
And-
woman who just took a bet on
Yeah,
us.
so
But as a
she
business owner for one day and then to look at your bank account the next day and be like, we could make this.
Oh,
Right.
I
I mean,
it is
and then
scary.
she would call us and be like, we were at that point because we both quit. We were living with a roommate.
yeah.
And we were using hand mixers, and she was coming in for something, and we were FaceTiming her, and she's like, "What are you using?" I'm like, "We're making cannoli."
Yeah.
2 days later,
The way I was taught to as a
Yeah.
kid.
that
growing
was
up.
it.
Yeah.
And then
2
2 days
days later,
later, a semi pulled up out front of our house, and a big 30-quart mixer popped out, and fryers, and all this
restaurant quality machinery.
And she's
we're
like, she goes, "Now
she's
make
like,
your
now
cannolis."
you're making cannoli.
Yeah, now make your cannolis.
What did your kitchen look like at that
It was
point?
chaos. It
Yeah.
was like I was
Your
like,
roommate's
what?
like, can I get cereal? No.
Well, that was the thing. So
Oh,
like,
yeah, that was a
it
huge
was
part.
the next week. We were like, we need our own place at this point.
Yeah.
She's like, done. Let's
And
do it.
Well,
And
no, she was the one that told us.
Yeah.
She was like, because I think we didn't have the heart to be like, we're already overloaded with everything else, thinking about moving. And so she pulled us aside and she was like, you guys need to move.
That's
you
your
don't have
creative
enough room.
space.
Right.
You guys
And-
are a couple.
Yeah.
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 And so she helped us hunt for a place of our own.
And then and then
and-
one day she called us. She goes, I found your place in Beverly Hills. I already paid for it. You can move in.
What's her
next
phone
week."
number?
Yeah. Yeah.
Send her a text. We're ready.
1-800 an angel.
Yeah. But there also is still that,
to pay back.
Yeah.
Fine.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. Well, and it also like you have that it's now this transactional thing, you know, of energy and love and passion.
Yeah. Now she's
And-
family.
Yeah, and that when now she's family, and so now like she's family now that we all know that we all care about our company and each other the same amount. You know, like if we're down, she's gonna step up to guard you know, our dreams just as much as we're gonna guard her.
And just like with any family, you have your good times, you have your fights, but then you emerge from that learning something. And I would imagine having your own brand, sometimes we get so tunnel visioned with our brand that we know exactly what it is.
Oh,
and when
yeah.
somebody tries to give us advice, we're like, fuck off.
Right.
But that hasn't happened at all.
Yeah.
Right, hot mama
And that
cannoli.
is, yeah, and that is Dina.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's refreshing to
Yes.
get somebody's outside,
Yeah.
like, well, you should have gluten-free stuff.
Right.
You're like, well,
Right.
Yeah.
And then you did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So how did you guys meet then?
Us two or us and Dina?
No,
Us
we
two.
heard the Dina amazing story.
Yeah. So we met. So we actually met at the Eagle.
We met at the
Um,
Eagle.
Here in Los Angeles?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
What
went
night were you there?
Monday night.
Alexander was probably
It
there.
was it was
See, you missed out.
So I had a voiceover audition the next day. It was a Monday night. I was like, I'm bored. I want to go out and do something, but I don't want to lose my voice. So I was like, let me just go to the Eagle. It's a Monday night. I'll
Mondays
play
are
pool,
very quiet.
have a
chill.
Corona.
Yeah.
And then I get there and I start playing pool. I look across the room and this dream
Yeah.
is like, you know, sitting across the bar, and I don't know what to do. I want to go up to him, but I can't like just get up the nerve. And of course, you know, it's the 21st century gay man in the Eagle. So I pull up Scruff. And I'm like, is he here? Like, can I woof at this guy? Can I like
scruffed
message him?
Like, I see your
And-
cannoli.
And
I see your cannoli from here.
Yeah, exactly.
Out of my eye.
And so he was on there. So I woofed at him, put my phone away, and then I walked over to the bar to get a Corona. And I was like, I'm gonna talk to him. I know I'm gonna talk to him. He's sitting like
Why
right
are you
here.
so shy?
I don't know. I'm never shy with anyone else. I think it's
You
just
don't seem like a shy person.
yeah. So I say I'm here. He's sitting here, and I'm like, thank you for my Corona. And I walk away, and then I come back to the pool table, and I look at my phone. He woofed back. I look up from my phone. He's staring at me.
Oh.
My arm like shoots up into this involuntary like Forrest Gump wave.
He's like app deleted.
Yeah. Well, no, to him that was
I'm
like
straight again.
But I launched into that like Lieutenant Dan wave.
It just made me laugh at the bar.
That's cute.
And-
Especially at the Eagle.
Yeah,
it
and
was cute.
then so I went over to. We started talking. He told me he was waiting for a date, and I was like, I'm gonna get out of
You
here.
little minx. What are you doing on Scruff waiting for a date?
Well, he was late.
The date could have been boring.
Yeah. And he
We'll
was
never
late.
know.
Yeah, well, no, it was a date.
His name was
but
Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
You see what you pass now.
it was it was a date, I guess.
Yeah, it was a date.
Did
The
he
guy,
ever show up?
he did, and then I
Oh.
left.
So I left before that happened.
But
I-
you exchanged numbers.
Oh yeah, well
We
I
did.
I exchanged his number. I exchanged numbers.
Did you guys
and
kiss? Be honest.
Who?
So
Us two?
I walked away 4 steps, and then I immediately turned around. I said, "Can I kiss you?" And then we kissed, and then I left.
And he carried on with his date.
I did not. So the guy showed up.
like 20 minutes.
Yeah, he showed up about 10 minutes after he left, and he had texted me and says we were talking like to try to set up something else. And the guy walked in, and I'm like, I'm not feeling it. I'm gonna go home, and I left. So I didn't stay for the date.
Because his mind was on me.
Yeah.
That's a children's book.
Yeah. And then we
That's
went on a
so
date.
sweet.
Yeah,
But
then
it's so gay on so many different
Right,
levels.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
But was it fun for you to like just explore your sexuality and be like, this is where I'm at, and
Oh yeah.
and the chemistry was
Immediate.
Was
It was-
immediate.
it was immediate
So what
with
was
him.
the first like official date?
The next day. The
Oh,
very
yeah.
next day.
Casa Vega.
Yeah.
It was our first.
Casa Vegas. Oh, that's a great place
Yeah.
for a date.
Mhm.
That's a date place.
Yeah, so that
Very
was our
next
first date, and then we have never been.
We've never been apart.
The day after that's every day
Oh,
after.
go to hell.
I'll see you there.
Sorry, see me at Eagle.
That's the new ego.
So as we know, reality TV can make or break a business.
Uh-huh.
How did the great food truck race opportunity come about? Was it like an audition? Did you submit?
No, they called us.
I thought it was a scam.
It was
God,
it was
I want your phone number. Everyone's just calling you left and right.
They messaged us on Instagram, and I was like, "This is bullshit.
There's
Like,
no
I'm
way
not-
this is real."
This isn't real." So I ignored it.
They're very good on social media.
Yeah.
They do scope people
They
out
called us.
with personality.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. They called us again the next maybe next week. And then it was like back to back. So we got the Great Food Truck Race and Shark Tank. And I'm like, oh, maybe these are really producers.
Yeah, maybe these are real.
Let's reach out.
So we started going on Zoom casting calls and everything with the Food Network, and they loved us. And then before we knew it, we were flying to Tennessee.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So it was nuts.
You didn't have to send them a sample of your food?
No, they saw all the pictures and stuff.
Well, so what it ended up being is the
And you're
producers.
following. You guys have such a loyal following.
We do.
Like you said.
We
Yeah.
really do.
We do.
Two of the casting directors that live in LA, they have had our food.
Oh yeah.
So that's why they found us.
Yeah.
So that's how this all kind of started. They have been to markets or they followed us somehow.
or they had friends that did.
Yeah,
That's so great.
Yeah.
it was great.
And that's just about like the power of social media. You just have to keep putting content out
Yeah.
there. You
Oh,
just
yeah.
have to. What I love is that queer representation has changed a lot, even on the Food Network.
Yep.
We've been on the air for 14 years. We've had gay couples that were on there like 10 years ago. And all of the headlines used to be gay, 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 gay.
Right.
Like I said, you guys have been making the circuit with so many different media forms, by the way. And it's really focused on your business story. And you guys, as the owners, it isn't like the Pride Parade.
Right.
It's great that you're adding this queer presentation to TV that's just normal and subtle.
Right.
How does that feel to be part of that kind of representation?
That's great. I mean, it's
It feels incredible to be able to normalize our queer existence. To be able to bring it to a level where it's not trivial, it's not trendy, it's not
Yeah.
you know
We're just the married
It's not a media
We're-
gimmick,
right.
too.
we're just
The
two
married couple.
humans
Like,
in
we're not the
love
gay married
starting
couple.
a
Yeah.
business.
I think it was KTLA, maybe?
Mhm.
yeah.
And they were talking about how you came up with the name for the business.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh, because that was your love name for each other. And
Right.
that was it.
That was it.
And it was just normal, as a matter of fact, as it should be.
Right.
Okay, I want to talk about the reality of the reality show.
Oh, here we go.
You both, Dina, like we said, transplanted to Tennessee. Has its own fun, right? Number one, there's the culture shock.
Yeah.
You're out of your
Instant.
without your fans around,
Yeah.
without your home, without your bubble, without
Yep.
your food truck.
Yeah.
You're put in this flashy new food truck that wasn't your own. The temperature's different. You're given new creative. You have to create new items to fit certain challenges. What was your first day of filming like? And
First-
what took you by surprise?
I have never really been on camera, so it was
Really?
yeah. So it was more of
Could have fooled me.
it was
No,
more
right?
of
It's
the
a natural.
yeah no. It was more of the like the in your face all
was
day.
very in your
They
face.
were in your face all day.
And in that small food truck, I can't even imagine. And it adds to like when there's somebody cooking in the kitchen with you,
I
you're
would
like,
be
get the
very
hell out of my
Right.
life. Yeah.
Yeah, and when they tell you when you have a timer going down and you have 5 minutes and they're like, well, what do you think about that? I'm like, get the fuck out of my face. What are you talking
Like,
about?
I'm stressed.
Like, get me out
Yeah.
of here. Like, it's hot. You're in my face. You have sound people all over you. You have people everywhere that you don't see.
Yeah.
And it's great. It's a lot of fun, but the stress just immediately hits you.
Yeah,
Um,
it's a lot to adjust to really quickly, and I felt fortunate that I have some experience around cameras and around productions that like I could usher him and Dina sort of into it a little more easily, you know, telling them what was going on, you know, what like with the you know, sound and the cameras and the direction of which cameras and all of that stuff, and like how many times, you know, Tyler Florence had to say something you know, over and over and over again because you got to get the right take.
Reality TV.
Yeah, and so it was an honor for me to be able to use my experience to like usher them more easily into it. But after day one, they were just naturals. Like they were just like, and it's done.
Well, because you're also mic'd the entire time.
Oh,
so,
yes.
Right.
Which is
Which is very dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Yeah.
And that's where half of that stuff came from because you don't realize that you're mic'd and all the shit that you say under your breath. You're like, oh, they got that. Oh,
Yeah.
they put that on TV.
But I have to say, I've seen actors that have done reality TV,
Yeah.
and it's so obvious. It's like you were just very of the moment, and what I felt is like your mission was the food truck challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see you be insincere. I didn't see you play the cameras at all.
Yeah. No. We're the Italian. We're passionate.
Yeah.
So it's, and
Yeah, you didn't. There wasn't any need to like dramatize, like the exact dramatize. Like,
Did you say dramatize? Yes! That's why we mispronounce it too.
Dramatize.
There was trademark that real fast.
There was no need to dramatize. Because all of the like heat and passion was happening. So all you had to do was just be in the moment of what was going on. And then cue smash cut to getting yelled at by your husband and your investor.
All right, well, let's get to that. Were you all staying at the same hotel?
Mm-hmm.
All of the travelers.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
How much downtime did you get? It didn't seem like you got much.
It wasn't much. Well, it wasn't much for certain trucks, because if you had any kind of dough or you had anything you had to make that stuff. Right. So like, because you can't do everything on the truck.
Make your stuff fresh
we make everything.
Like
so everything we make, and that you have to be able to get everything done for production for the next day. Most of the truck you had to actually make your shells, but when you have dough, any state require you to do stuff.
All the teams that had dough were, thank God, from the Food Network and their culinary producers, because they gave us the tools and the time to be able to make the stuff possible on the truck. Yeah. Like giving us, the
dough
tools.
sheeters.
So we have certain health things that you have to subscribe to as well.
Yeah. So there was a little bit on that. So that downtime, that was our downtime. So we had to go do certain things at the commercial kitchen, or we had to we didn't get to stay there and like chit chat and make friends with the other groups.
Right.
But even to relax with each other, did you feel that you needed time apart from each other after a long day like that?
Me and him?
Yeah.
No, we're together 24 hours a day.
No, yeah.
I mean, the only time we're not looking at each other is when we're sleeping.
Yeah.
And even that, I feel him.
What about Dina? That she would be like, I'll be at the bar.
Yeah, she's like, I gotta get the fuck
you
away
Mose,
from
I
that.
gotta go.
Dina very smartly knows herself and very healthfully was like, I'm gonna be in my room. You guys go.
And that is so smart.
Yeah. It was very smart.
And then she pulled us in the room and she's like, you guys have to spend time apart. Like, we're like, it's not
we're
good.
I mean, kudos to you guys.
Yeah.
And so all the rest of the questions deal with that.
Okay.
Oh, great.
So let's talk about some of the drama.
Mm-hmm.
And I say drama. It wasn't drama. It's just when you guys were pushed to your limits.
Yeah.
And we get to see some of those seams expand when you're pushed to your limits. No matter
Absolutely.
anybody would crumble under these things.
Right.
But the fact that you guys are a married couple, you spend 24/7 together.
Mm-hmm.
Your investor is there. You also want to make your investor proud, but she's part of it, and she is as honest and as vocal as you two.
Yeah.
She got into it. There was an episode, Dina and Joe were like, let's just go home. I'm done with that. I was like, what the hell? You get this far and you would say that?
So you have to know with Dina, I love her to death, but I can't, I feel like she's like an elder parent to me or an aunt.
Yeah,
so
say aunt. Don't say elder parent.
And honestly,
Jesus Christ.
So-
She was on the 8th floor of my childhood.
I'm gonna say the
couldn't go
aunt.
visit her at all.
And
She's like his aunt.
and it gets to the point where I will get frustrated with her and I can't yell at her.
Yes.
So there's something she'll
get
say
that
to
part.
me and I'm like, well, fuck you. And I'll yell at him for it. And it's because it somehow
that's interesting. It's a displacement.
Yeah,
of
so
that.
I have to I can't, because if I'm yelling at her in the truck, she'll yell back and then it'll just be a disaster.
Because you guys have to work as a team.
We
Because
do.
you guys are
We do.
He's in the front. You guys have to work seamlessly.
right.
Together.
Yeah, and with her, and it's honestly, this was the first time we have ever worked together like this. Like, she doesn't help us in the kitchen.
Right.
She has come a couple times to make some shells with us at some events, but not to this extent.
No.
High intensity.
With a camera in your face.
Yeah, we got pushed to a whole
Yeah,
new limit.
and it was like you had cameras in your face, and the tickets I was making, I don't know if they
came
showed
up with this ticket idea, and
Oh
what
my God.
happened?
This was so.
It was the duplicates that weren't coming out,
So
right?
this was what the problem was: is they didn't show a whole lot of it, but I was looking at the ticket, and I was making the cannolis, whatever was on the ticket, but not realizing that because he wasn't putting the paper in between, it was 3, 4, 5, 6 cannolis. So I was making
the
the
hard
hard.
card. You were doing the same order.
So I was doing the same order over and over and over and again, and it just got more and more. And I'm like putting all these out. I'm like, they didn't really show it, but I had 7 or 8, 10, 15 cannolis waiting. I'm like, where are all these people?
Yeah. So that was my bad.
And
that probably had something to do with how the figures didn't quite add up to as you guys thought.
Yeah, it was getting frustrating.
And also that was really, because like Broadway in Nashville, it was, for some reason, it wasn't as like, subtle waves of people. It wasn't like I'm instantly
Because
busy.
it's given this whole
Right.
big name, and you guys were there in the evening. We know that
Right.
just
Yeah.
like you come to Hollywood Boulevard, thinking,
Yeah.
oh, it's Hollywood, and then
Yeah.
you're like,
Right.
the reality is not.
Yeah.
Right.
So
And
so
plus, you were stacked against all these restaurants that are doing
They're-
not cannolis, thank
Yes.
God.
Yeah.
but they're
No,
still
yeah.
doing
But there's
Oh,
still
yeah.
food in a lot of them.
Yeah.
Those-
And
those
it was
poor pizza guys.
We were when you're competing against hot food and somebody's got like whatever bowls were next to us or waffadilla was next to us and you have like hot food going out, they're already gone. So you have one shot to get these customers that are walking down Broadway. If they buy from waffadilla, they're gone.
Yeah.
And plus, most of them are tourists. Do they want to be walking and eating and the whole thing?
And that's
Right.
it. And then and they move on. So I mean,
So-
trying to like sell that cannoli at 5:00 in the afternoon when you have everyone's trying to get
Yeah.
hot food, or
But-
even like the Casein boys next to us, they're more of the circus side because they're funnel cakes. Everyone knows what a funnel cake is, and they'll quickly get a funnel cake.
It's nostalgia. It's a staple.
Yeah.
It's been around for literally decades.
Yeah,
Right.
So it's quick and easy for
Yeah.
them.
But the difference I found being from Broadway to the distillery in Leaper's Fork is that we got slammed in Leaper's Fork with orders, and they had a bunch of tickets all on the counter, and we didn't have really a system of where those tickets are going to go while they're making the orders. So those tickets were flying
They
everywhere.
were going
saw
out.
them
They were
flying
going out
in.
the door.
And
It's not like
so
our
on
truck.
top
We
of
know
so
where
on
everything
top
works.
of me writing the tickets incorrectly, on top of that they were going everywhere. So you have that plus that, and then you're like, well, now I have no idea how we're gonna.
And that's
account
where it kind of happened with Dina, because I told Dina, me and her, we tried to make a process, and then she started throwing away the tickets, and she was like,
It reminds me of Rosalind Russell and Auntie Mame, where she just like, with
Right.
the board,
It
just like,
it was like an I Love Lucy episode.
well,
Yes, yes,
that's
it was-
exactly what it was like.
It was like an I Love Lucy
She's like, I
episode.
want to go. Yeah, yes.
I had like, I had 3 cannolis I was making, so she would just spit out. She'd be like, chocolate chip, and throw it away. Pistachio, throw it away. And I'm like, what did you say 10 minutes ago? What did you say? She goes, well, I don't know. So then she's like looking through the trash. There's shit everywhere. So I was like, I
is fun.
cannot.
Do you guys have a sitcom in the works too?
Yeah.
You should. But was there ever a point that you were like, oh, we know the cameras are here. We have to be the gay couple.
We did.
We expect the gay couple to fight.
Yes, of course.
But all the other trucks fought as well. But we want to, Did you ever feel the pressure like, oh, fake it for the camera?
We did. And then at that night, we realized what we did, and the fighting in between all of us, and we actually left there and we're like, that can't happen again. So if we're going to fight, let's fight in this hotel room and let's
Not
scream at
again.
each other.
Did you ever have producers in your ears trying to like egg you on and be
Well,
like,
that's-
is he
that's the
pissing you
whole
off
part
right
of
now? They should be
reality.
totally.
That's the thing is
Talk about
can you
explore
say
those
that again?
feelings.
what
Say that again.
people
Say
don't
that
know
again.
about reality television is that most people on camera freeze up, right? They go into that like fawn scenario and they freeze up. And so to get the drama and like the good TV out of you, they're going to literally like either feed you lines or feed you scenarios
job.
and be like, go on that. And so there was definitely a couple times that day when the yelling at me was literally coming from the producers, which they got great TV out of
I mean,
it.
they didn't just make it up out of anywhere. They
No.
could see Dean and I were frustrated in the truck.
But then they were like, yell at
And-
that.
And that's what it was. It was frustration. It was nobody was throwing fists
Yeah,
or like,
yeah,
I'm going to
break
break up with you.
No.
None of it was like that.
That never comes out of our mouth.
No.
No, but yeah, the frustration of just everything. It was 100 degrees. We're in a truck we don't know. We have fryers going that we don't know how to work. We have just stuff
You know what
everywhere.
your product is, and when,
Yeah.
when you have to supply something that is not your product with ingredients you don't even use,
Right.
you're just like, this is not really
Right,
fair.
and we don't do half the stuff in our truck now. Like we make our shells in a
Yeah.
kitchen, we make
Right.
our filling in a kitchen,
Right.
and we bring everything to
As
our truck.
most food trucks do,
Yeah.
they'll do their bulk
Right.
of the stuff
You
there,
pay
and they'll do
prep
the
work.
short
Mhm.
prep on the truck.
Right.
But I want the world to know that moment when I come back into the food truck from the back door and I like corner him to like talking through it, that's us every single day.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's move on to this.
Yeah.
It's pressure enough to own your own business.
Yeah.
It's pressure enough to work with any coworkers. But then you guys are together 24/7. Do you have a system where you guys are clashing that like, okay, this is our trigger. This is how we're going to handle this.
We'll usually bicker. like any couple would. We bicker back and forth, and then we
But you
kind
have
of
business on top of this.
Right.
We have expenses on top of that.
Right,
Money,
so-
we know, just
yeah. When it's business, it's business. So if we know we have to get something done for the business, that always comes first.
Yeah.
I mean,
But do you come to a point where you're like, okay, we're done with business today. Now we're the couple.
Yes.
We're going to go on a date.
100%.
How do you keep the spark
Yes.
alive
That's
in
it.
many
So,
different ways?
100%. And like, yeah, we'll do so many things at once, and then we're like, you know what? Wednesday, it would be we'd typically be at a market, or we typically go to this place, and we're like, you know what? Let's go out to eat dinner. Let's have a glass of wine.
Yeah.
Forget this for a minute.
Yeah.
And let's just, especially if we've just had a frustrating weekend.
Yeah.
Not frustrating, just busy. If
Yeah.
we've just had a busy weekend, we haven't had time to spend with each other, and we're making shells at each other. Any Italian kitchen, we're like yelling at each other most of the time. Like, it's not working. What are you doing? This goes back and forth. But then when it's done, we're like, oh, I love you. Let's go get a drink. All right, let's go sit down. Let's sit on the couch and watch TV.
Yeah, I will say this is that I feel so lucky to be in a relationship with someone who is as naturally adept at being able to what's the word where you put things in boxes? Compartmentalize.
Segregate.
We're compartmentalized.
Yeah.
It's so adept and naturally able to
I thought you were going to give it a better pronunciation than you did.
Yeah, thank you.
Dramatize. Tyra Banks is going to steal that real fast.
Listen, go for it, Tyra. But he's able to compartmentalize with me, where we focus, we get through things that are stressful, and then 10 minutes later, where all of that stuff is gone, and we're able
How
to
do you
just
do
be.
that, though?
I've learned from him.
And Italians, we carry grudges. Or
Oh,
me,
yeah.
I'm repeating
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
Because I want the pizza calzone when you get on with it. But even the Latin culture, we hold grudges.
Because in the end, I love him more than anything in the world. So it doesn't. If we're arguing over cannoli shell, or if he did something wrong, or if I did something wrong, then we stop, we finish, we go walk our dogs, we'll go on a walk.
We go back
that's
to
like,
being us.
Yeah. So it's, and then we just and then we know, and then we go back in and we'll yell at each other again in 10 minutes from now.
Yeah.
And that's just it. But we know in the end, I love him more than anything in the world.
Yeah, and ditto.
Yeah, there's nothing
But
else.
sometimes it's easier said than done. But it sounds like
It is.
you know.
Yeah, but I feel like even when we're having really, really stressful or rough moments and we get into an argument, I feel like we're able to read each other and know when, like, well, I try. When I need to, like,
What was that? The bear even fell over there. He's like, I got something to tell you.
The bear's a little tipsy.
when I need to give him space. And that's not easy for me, right? Because I always need to, like, fix things immediately, and I can't walk away from a bad
so in our commercial kitchen, we're in two separate spots. So it's like in here. So we're in two separate spots.
Rooms,
Now the truth is
basically.
coming out. Drink up some more.
So he'll come in.
next to each other.
We love each other 24/7. I need a separate kitchen.
So we're in like
It's in his kitchen.
we're in being in two separate spots. He comes in, he brings me the cannoli shells, we'll fry, we'll do this, and then if we get into any kind of spat, he goes into his room. But then, of course, he'll come back in and he'll, like, poke his head around the wall. But like, well, this is what I wanted to say. I'm like, just fucking go back in your room. Stop talking to me for 5 minutes. And he's like, well, I don't really want to.
All I
And
want
then he'll
is
just stand there. And I'm
all
like,
I want is
I love this.
all I want is a resolution. And all I want is that, well, this is what I meant, and this is what I meant. I'm sorry. I love you.
Also, as
yeah.
actors, as entertainment people, we also want that.
I need the
love me,
closure.
love me.
Conclusion
You can't be
of the
mad at me. You must
situation,
love
you know?
me.
Right.
Yeah.
Dragging on is never.
Anyway.
So that being said, you both are being sold as the brand. As good as your product is, and the fact that it looked so good on camera, I was like, I could almost taste it, but I don't know. But you're sold as the husband duo. Do you ever feel overshadowed by the brand? Do you ever feel overshadowed individually by the brand? How do you keep your individuality in this relationship and in this business?
I don't think so. I mean, because we are the brand, I don't think it.
I feel protected by the brand.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because I feel like
That's a
it
good point.
would get
That's
way
safe.
it would
Yeah,
get
yeah.
way it would get way more intense if we were the brand.
Right. Yeah.
But
it's
because
the food.
Bug and Bear are the brand, and
Yeah.
and we've literally made them into characters, and they're
That's what I
literally
mean.
they're
Yeah.
literally going to be made into puppets for, like, our commercials when we open the cafe. So, like, we get to step back and let Bug and Bear be Bug and Bear.
Yeah.
So it's this wonderful, like, protection by the brand.
Yeah. Agreed.
That's a really nice way. Yeah, because we've had drag queens come on the show and they talk about the persona is totally overcome. They're like, who am I now?
Right.
Yeah, we've had other couples that there's their identities sort of get lost in what the idea of what the brand was versus them being, like you said, protected by it.
And with influencer, and you guys are influencers as much as you are chefs in what you do. You guys are influencers.
Oh,
and we know, like, dramatization.
You really,
I can't say it wrong now.
You really like me.
And then you guys are opening a brick and mortar place in WeHo. Fabulous.
Yeah.
What is what is wrong with you guys? No.
So we are.
But let's talk about some of these challenges.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it'll be it's on Santa Monica Boulevard in between Laurel Hardware and Mix.
Which is
okay.
perfect because after all the couples that pretend that they ate too much, they're going to want a cannoli because they didn't eat that much. Right. Like,
Yeah, we're going to go. Yeah, we're going to go next door.
And at night will be a wine bar. So like
I love that
they
so
can.
much.
Yeah. So we want to. We really want our place to be a place for everyone. You know, whether it's families with children and they're enjoying the spark and the magic of cannolis and Italian dessert and food and coffee with their family, or whether it's Gen Z or millennials or even the older generation, we want everyone to feel like they have a place to go. So whether it's for lunch, a date, a cannoli and Chianti
A business meeting.
class, a business meeting, anything.
So we want to do a lot with like in the community, of course, as well. So I mean, we want to do like
you guys have already done so much for the community.
We have, and we still want to be part of that, of course. Like so that'll never go away.
No.
And then we also want to do like kids like cannoli classes and set up just for
Let
kids.
me know
in
what
the
time
inside.
so I don't show up.
Right. Yeah.
It'll be in the morning.
but
It
there'll
won't
be-
be when we're serving wine, so you'll be fine.
Yeah.
You don't know his life.
When at 1 p.m. I'm like, good morning.
Like date
But I think
nights.
that's so smart because West Hollywood has really changed as well.
Right.
And then you even doing with the older community, you guys are right in that location.
Right.
It's the older Russian, older Jewish community. I think it's very, very smart.
Yeah. And they're calling us every day.
It's crazy.
They're like, we see construction workers going in. What's going on? Are you guys move? What do you
great.
guys finally move it? Yeah. It's
Right now, it's a rush to the finish line of figuring how to ship nationally because we are just being blown up by everyone in like all 50 states. And we're like, we're working on it. We promise. We're working on it.
I got an email last night from someone from Alaska. They're like, I'm watching the Great Food Truck Race right now. Can you ship?
And there's that moment that you have to build on that flash.
It's instant.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're blowing up Goldbelly. We're trying to like get in touch with Goldbelly. We're trying to. It's like they're the ones who.
I'm a big user of Goldbelly. And Food Network, they have a partnership. You should.
Oh, well, see, that's who we need to call. Yeah, we've been
Food Network?
Yeah.
Just get us in with Goldbelly.
We've been, I mean, but it's Monday.
Dina!
Monday after the show aired, we had 250 emails, 200 texts. We had thousands.
And it's you guys running this whole thing.
It was just us and our assistant.
And
yeah.
Danny and Dina.
I mean, I'm
Danny
Danny
Double
and
D's.
Dina.
Yeah.
Danny and Double D's.
I mean, honestly, like, yes, it is us running this business, but we are the curtain, and she is the wizard behind the curtain. She does so much that keeps us afloat. So I just want to say that.
That's really
Oh yeah. We can call Danny at any point and be like, we just got an online delivery. It's in Burbank. It's in Northridge. It's in. She's like, I'm on the way. So we'll be making the cannoli, and she'll come and pick them up and go take a delivery.
But it's also that stress coming off of reality TV.
Yeah.
And knowing what direction to go to.
Right.
Because you want to capitalize on it, but also you're only such a team, and you don't want your product to sacrifice.
Right. 100%. And it never will. So that I mean, I'd rather stay the size we are right now before this got sacrificed.
There was another food truck, and I can say it. You guys were so nice to all the other food trucks. When they bought all their bread from a grocery store, I was like, well, so that's not your product anymore. You're just doing the toppings.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly.
I thought that was weird that Food Network let them do that.
Yep. That was last season.
Anyway.
Yep.
But that's all I have to say about that.
What kind of uniforms are you going to put your hot WeHo employees in?
Yeah,
I think we're gonna have a uniform for daytime, and I think we'll have a uniform for night.
Wine time?
I think we're gonna switch it up.
Can we do an On the Rocks live? From...
100%.
So Bug and Bear is gonna have a podcast from the cafe, and I would love for other podcasts to come in and do
That
collabs.
is so smart.
So yes,
Yep.
On the Rocks
Oh,
needs to do an
that's great.
episode at Bug and
Yeah.
Beach Cafe.
Absolutely.
But we are also, I mean, we're in WeHo. We can't deny it. It's part of nightlife. There's going to be
The
at
Cannoli
least
go-go.
a time where we're probably going to have some Cannoli Go-Go boys.
I was about to say, Cannoli
What I go to is and just like that, the sequel to Sex and the City.
Uh-huh.
He did the whole bread company based on the. Yeah,
Yep.
That's where my
Yeah, we'll
mind
stay
went.
the family friendly for the day.
Yeah.
But I love that
The
your
Friday,
brand
Saturdays.
can do that. It can
can-
say today is for family, this time is for family, and that's
Right.
so great because that's
Yep.
so important.
But then we
Yep.
get to transition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really love that.
Yeah, they'll go from like the chef jackets or the t-shirts to like the tank tops and like the night, like the Friday and Saturdays,
right.
and it's
What is your personal menu favorite? Not what's most popular, but like when you're like,
Your
I could eat
personal.
this every day.
I mean, I can't eat any more cannoli.
We gotta say
I have
what
got-
putting to know and cannoli.
Theoretically.
But what's your favorite? Yeah. Don't worry about the
I mean,
calories, it's everything.
Then it would. Well, I don't know. Zeppeli. So Zeppeli, we've added to the menu recently, which I also grew up with, which is also a family recipe that we make.
And it's a standard.
Yep. So I mean,
Yeah.
so Zeppeli, I can quickly put away Zeppeli.
It's like fried Italian donut.
I am a
so like
I am a
holes.
donut
to me, it's a
guy.
little light. When you have a cannoli, you're eating dessert.
That's true. Yeah, we've.
Yeah.
I'm not a size queen, but
Well, I'll just say this. I'll just say this. Our Zeppeli really hook in all the skinny bitches. You know?
because it's so light, they're like, oh, this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, this is this. I'm like, yeah, it's much lighter than a beignet.
Have you sent a box to Bethany?
No.
Oh, no.
You have to.
Oh, we need to. Bethany
You have
Frankel?
to. Yes.
Yeah.
Is there any other Bethany?
I just I needed to say the full
Actually,
You do have to say the
Yeah.
full name. You gotta say
Yeah.
the full name. Why do you say the first name? Like you know on a first name basis.
Like, this is ridiculous. This is wonderful.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Yeah,
oh
we-
my God. You just
We
said,
did
yeah.
what the
Queen of Melrose. Cosmo.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Cosmo loves her cannolis.
No offense to your brand, but she gets around on a menu.
She can put a cannoli back.
So it would be a cannoli back, like a shop.
Yeah, exactly. Otherwise known as an
really-
affogato.
Yeah, like are you gonna do like a cannoli, like a paired menu, like
we do plan
What
on
they
doing
did on
that.
the show.
Oh, you done the show.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say like a cannoli bag. Like, what would you shoot it with?
But it would actually be funny to put just one end of the cannoli in a shot glass. For those that just want to be like, oh,
Yes,
this is enough for me, but then
like
they
like
backfire.
like a sampler kind of
We are.
thing.
We are working on it.
We've got some affogato
Tell them.
plans.
I know,
we're
of,
so
like,
dumb.
using cannoli.
I'm making medium rare chicken.
This one.
Yeah, but we've got a lot of those plans. I mean, we have an affogato plan with like a piece of a cannoli shell that you put the espresso in with the cannoli filling on top. Like, there's a whole lot of plans.
There'd be like cannoli nachos where the,
We have that. Yep.
Look at this
I
one.
don't, yeah, no, just like
So
I love that you're like slowly discovering all of
Yeah.
the things that we're planning.
So we do like the cannoli chip and dip. So because we make like little square sample cannolis.
Yeah,
So but
sample
yeah, we'll
chips.
have them in there and just more of a dip instead of a cannoli. So you can.
I'm gonna have to start working out a lot more.
God, he goes twice a day. I
We-
go
we see him
day
there.
to the gym.
Because I like to eat cannolis.
What have you guys learned from each other the most by being partners, away from business, just from each other? And you coming to the scene late in life.
Patience, which I didn't have really before. So I mean, like usually I would just be like, nah, I don't really care, and just kind of just. But with him, when you finally find that person that you're like, oh, I love you, so I'll do anything for you, and the patience of, oh, did you forget to do this again? And then, oh, did you forget to put this on the calendar? Did you forget to do that? And it's just like, it's him. So it's like I've learned my patience with him.
When did that transition happen from like, oh, I'm so attracted to him to I'm in love with him? Don't tell me date 2, I'll vomit.
No, it was. I mean, it was pretty quick though. I mean, it was pretty quick. I don't really remember that like click over.
I mean, for me,
it may have been pretty day
Day
two.
two. for me, it was and it's I don't want to sound cliche, but when I met him and when I went on the first date with him, it wasn't like I was meeting the love of my life. It was like I was remembering someone, like we had already known each other.
That's true. I did. I feel like I knew him. I knew him forever. It was really really weird, but like comforting. And I guess for what I've learned from Joe, it's just been first of all, don't give a crap about what other people think about you, because it's just going to keep you up at night. And then on top of that, don't half-ass anything. Just like, if you're going to do it, do it. And I feel like before I met Joe, as an actor, you care way too much about what everyone thinks about you,
and being a queer man on top of that.
Yeah,
right.
and it's
so
just
much pressure,
and it's nonstop, and you sometimes lose yourself because of it. And I met Joe, and it was like the first person that like woke me up to the like he wanted to know who I was, not
and you
what
being
I
in real life.
yeah, not he wanted to know who I was, not what I thought he wanted me to be,
or just what you look like.
Exactly, and so I think that's what I've learned from Joe is to just unapologetically fucking be myself.
I'll be single all my life then. No, that's so amazing.
Yeah.
So thank you for sharing your
of
stories.
course.
All right, I'm ready to stuff some cannoli.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Are you guys filled up on your drinks so we could do a little?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so explain. Let's use these back sheets.
I know this is our first time we're doing a live stuffing.
I know it's
And I'll tell you.
piping. The word is piping.
Oh man.
A live piping.
That's
Hip
gonna
you pour both musical theaters.
Yeah.
Like, hip it. Don't know what you're saying. Don't know in the sky.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Are you gonna
just
try to
stand
pipe
up for
it?
a second. Well, I'm gonna get the shell for you to pipe.
Oh, you want
I'm
me
gonna
to-
let you do it.
Yeah, don't let this one do it.
You're the head chef. So I'm actually gonna have Joe do one, and then I'm gonna have you guys
here
try
we
to pipe your own.
Yeah.
So
Point to put it on.
of course, Joe.
And you guys do it so fast on the show,
I know.
but it's after a little bit.
Yeah.
Can we see
That's
it?
movable.
Yeah.
That's good.
I think we
Yeah,
see
yeah,
it.
All right.
We could totally see it. Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Make sure you're right in the. There we
Okay,
go.
so tell
Hold
us
it up.
how you did. So how is the cheese and how is?
So it's really funny because we were just talking about this. So we make the shells every morning, and then the ricotta is this. So both of these are actually my great grandmother's recipe. So this is
it's amazing.
So other than it being like from Marsala, where it's the goat cheese
Ricotta.
we can't find that here. Or if
Yeah.
we could, it would be super expensive.
Yeah.
So that's the only little.
The American
little
goats are really
change.
bougie. So
And if you look back, we were just talking about it today. If you look back at like our old TikToks,
Oh,
and
man.
our old Instagrams on like the
From when we
used-
first started?
like, when we
It's
first
so
started.
cute. You see the whole evolution.
Yeah,
Right.
And then we started doing it a little bit more designed and a little bit more like Instagram friendly.
Yeah.
For just a wedding we did.
yeah.
And I piped it for her, and she's like, "That's fucking beautiful. That's the best thing I've ever seen."
And then it
And
just
ever
stopped.
since then, it just stuck.
That was the way we piped our
Um,
cannoli from then on. So go ahead, Joe.
All right.
And then just talk about it while you're doing it.
Well, why don't you talk about that?
So he's first filling up the middle of the shell. So he's
So you
first.
always want to make sure that the center is always filled.
There you go.
That's your cannoli.
If your center's not filled, I don't know what to say.
What are you doing?
It's your
Look
foundation.
how fancy that looks. That's different
So-
than most cannolis because
if-
usually you
yeah.
just get the cream and then
Right. So,
So if
we
you-
so we always we have that.
You did that in
that's
2
our
seconds.
That's our signature design.
you did that in 2 seconds. Is it just because of the tip, or
Yeah.
because
So
of your?
tip and then no, because we have employees.
Well,
that
the,
are-
What is that?
the
Mess
design
it.
itself is the
Yeah,
tip.
the
Yes,
design's
but
the
You
tip.
can't go to the Eagle if you don't have a good tip.
Oh no, absolutely not.
Right.
Look how fancy that looks.
And then
That's insane.
chocolate chips or pistachios.
For me, chocolate chips.
Got it. Amazing.
Same, yeah.
So then you take it. Yep.
And we try to keep it where it still has.
You still see the design, so it doesn't
design in
overtake
there.
it.
No, that's amazing.
And then we're just gonna use this lid and give it to him this way. And then
Well.
cannoli for Alex.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this cannoli.
You're
Then,
canoodling.
That's
Are you
so
guys gonna
huge.
try-
Would you guys like to try to pipe one?
Did you
Well, he
go?
wants a cannoli.
I'll eat it. You can try it. You do it. I'll have Alex.
Why
eat
don't
it.
you pipe one side and then I'll pipe the
Oh,
other?
there you go. It'll be a competition.
Oh, God. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
All
see,
right.
which
So
one's-
there you go.
Yeah, that's good.
They've got a
Now you
piping
need
bag
to
and a shell.
Grab
Okay.
that.
The best way to do it, the easiest way is to make sure that this
Don't tell him anything.
Oh,
No,
Yeah.
no, you're going first, babe. Yeah,
You
you're
got
first.
this.
Here.
You got this.
Yeah.
So you just gotta. We'll
I'll pretend it's a Wednesday night.
We're just gonna see if we're gonna hire you.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
already empty, huh?
This
So
is your
what I
interview.
heard from your skill is you filled the
middle first.
Yeah.
So nothing's coming
Why
out.
is the back?
So
Nothing's coming
hold
out.
it here.
You gotta hold it properly.
So always keep this.
There you
like,
go.
Nice and
You know how to hold
tight.
something like that.
And you see how like.
I haven't seen anything tight since 1925.
So keep it twisted.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I can keep
Keep
it
it
twisted.
twisted.
go.
And then hold it back here, and then you're gonna squeeze with
God,
your.
it's too many.
Yeah. You got this.
So I just want to eat this.
So hold it tight. Yeah.
Okay, there it goes. It's coming out a little bit.
You got this. You got this.
It's like literally like a penny that just came out.
I'm Latino. We have big loads. This is not working.
The bag is full.
Oh! Should probably hold on to it with the other hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, can you hold on to it?
No, it's a one-person job at a time.
Okay. Oh, so I'm gonna do it. So you went like back and
I'm not
forth.
really sure you are.
You went back and
got
forth
it.
with your hands, so I'm gonna do this.
There you go.
Oh my God!
Look at that.
There you go. Listen, baby's first cannoli.
Excuse me, I'm not done yet.
Oh. Yes.
But you're after I do mine. Remember they did it. They did the whole thing first.
No, we're gonna side difference.
I don't want to
It's
do
about the test.
pistachio. Is that like I want to? Oh, we have to do side difference. I see. God, this guy's.
He's like saying, "Hello, it's me."
Oh,
I feel like your cannoli was like created by Dr. Seuss. Oh yeah.
There you go.
That's a little better.
It is better.
Listen,
I think I won.
No, you didn't put the toppings.
I
on.
know.
Hold on right now. Don't let it fall out.
Okay.
There you
No,
go.
There it goes. Mine's more, I think mine's
That's
more,
the better
and mine
one.
has more.
So
more-
it.
what we always say is you can't have a cannoli without a little bit of mess.
I think I won.
You won.
Mm,
And I mean, honestly, they're all
Oh,
going to
there you
taste the
go.
same.
mhm.
That's obnoxious.
That's
Right. Well,
So now we know piping cannoli is not easy. It is
It's not.
it is
But
a
it
learned.
tastes great.
It is a. It does taste great.
just look how beautiful.
Look how sad your side is.
I'm not even looking at it anymore. It's a picture I never wanted.
Mine looks great. I don't know what you're talking about.
And it's a very so this is the very traditional one.
Oh
So
my
it's
God,
not
you
very
guys-
This is
sweet.
so good.
This
Yeah.
cream is unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's
So-
so good.
Yeah. It's
There's so
it's
much texture going on.
yeah.
But it's also the different
Strained
flavors.
Why don't you
ricotta,
try your side?
vanilla, and because of
told you, I'm better
the ricotta is already a sweet cheese, and you add vanilla to it, you really don't need much sugar. So there really isn't much
It's
sugar in the
not very
filling.
sweet.
Yeah.
I've
No.
seen so many cannolis that number one, it's very liquidy, and it's
Mhm.
just like sweet. It's like no, that's
Right.
not what you want from your
Right.
cannoli. It's an after dinner. You still want a little hint.
And
of that.
insistently,
Yeah.
it's a breakfast pastry, so
Yeah,
you want to
right.
be able to not feel like you're going to fall into a coma. You want to be able to
Yeah.
go about your day.
So you don't want that.
Because then
Like,
you want to be lethargic.
right. You don't want that like overpower sweet,
Yeah.
That's
sweet taste.
so good.
I mean,
And
we
And this is like the simplest of your recipes.
Yeah.
yeah.
In terms of all the different things you have to offer, but
100%.
the base is so delicious.
Mhm.
It has a little saltiness, a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is so.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
ricotta.
Yeah, they'll always be like that. That's our base, and the only time we ever change that filling is if like now it's gonna be pumpkin season. So
Yeah.
Ooh.
we'll
Yeah,
do-
the pumpkin girlies.
This one in the yoga pants. Are yoga? No.
Yeah, so we have
I
a
don't do
pumpkin,
yoga,
we have
just
a
wear the
pumpkin
pants,
pie
yeah.
cannoli that comes out.
So
Can we do a Halloween special?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Oh my
100%.
god, that'd be.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
We're doing a Halloween wedding. that we're
You know, we
doing.
could bring some Halloween celebrities.
Yes,
Perfect.
a really big one.
Let's
Perfect.
do it.
Great.
The queen.
Yeah, so
I
we
love
do. We add organic pumpkin to it,
Mm-hmm.
right into it, and it actually tastes
It like
just
pumpkin
like
pie.
pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
We're done.
We're done.
He'll be there in his white woman yoga pants.
I don't even drink like Starbucks. Because they're always in their Starbucks and shit. I don't
Yeah.
do that. I mean, look at this. Look how sad.
Here's the
Look,
funny thing,
look
it's
how
like,
sad that is.
I'm the chubby one.
Yeah.
I'm the one that's when we go out. I'm the one that's
much.
eating like a pizza at
yeah.
like Maddie's or
And I'm like, oh,
something.
no, can't. I want to taste your pizza.
Right.
outside.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I would definitely.
Yeah,
love this
so
right
that
now.
it's and we also do fried lasagna.
Let's see.
It's like if you take a mozzarella stick and lasagna, put them together, and have the best day ever.
So we do
cheese
one.
pull.
It's a,
Oh,
it's-
he loves a good cheese
pesto.
pull.
yeah. So
I'm
it's
not a good
basically
cheese ball.
it's a lasagna noodle
Mhm.
with pesto ricotta, and then mozzarella, and then rolled, and then it's deep fried. Oh, it's battered, breadcrumbed, and then deep fried.
So there's so much to look forward to.
Oh, yeah.
there is.
But lasagna usually to me is just like a white man casserole.
That's why we changed it up a bit.
Yeah, I love that.
It's good.
Yeah.
You guys, we've had such a great time.
It's great.
Yeah.
What a joy.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah.
Not only to get to know like business owners that are working and working.
Your first cannoli. It's so sad.
Mine's the Ozempic version. His looks pretty
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. You're hired.
You looking for a job?
You know? I'm a cannoli. I'm a canoodler.
Oh, we know that.
Wow.
Wow. Bethany said that. Bethany Frankel, you heard it here.
Yes.
Send you a box.
100%.
She's
Yes.
a lot.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
All right. Where can we find and follow you?
So Bug
This
and
has been so much fun. By the way.
Thank you. So Bug and Bears Cannoli on Instagram. Or www.bugandbearscannoli.com. You can order from there. Or always, as we tell all of our customers, you can literally just text us.
Yeah, we'll take
message
text
us
and
on
phone
Instagram, and we will
all
I'll
night
check
do
it
long.
out 2
delivery.
a.m. tonight.
That's usually when we
Perfect.
get
with these.
Great.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can't promise that we will answer that text at 2 a.m., but we will text you back the very next
When
morning.
they wake up and you are still awake.
Right, yeah. When we get up at 4:30, we'll text you right back.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
He's like, good job, you guys. Good job. Yeah. It really has been a joy.
Yeah, this is fun.
We have celebrities of all kinds
Yeah, I
on the
bet.
show, and you guys have definitely made such a splash on the Food Network, and being part of the Food Network legacy.
I know, it's crazy.
Amazing. But you guys have earned it, and you have your personality is as important as this amazing cream. This cream is really, really good. I had a really good time.
I did too.
Yeah. So
It was great.
thank you so much.
I'm controlling myself not to eat this.
Could we do like a wine flight at your new place
Yeah.
with like little samples?
Yep.
Absolutely.
We
Yeah,
do
with
a couple
celebrities.
vineyards that we've done, and we do a Merlot cannoli.
Cannoli. Like instead of Marsala, we put Merlot in the shell,
Yeah.
so it's like a nice deep purple.
Kind of ties in.
So is
with
the cannoli gonna get me a little tipsy?
Maybe
We can make that happen.
we can make that happen. We did a whiskey
love
one on the show. So.
Oh
Yes,
yes.
we know.
Mhm.
I think the host got a little.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I love that he wore shorts.
What do you mean? That was a sober decision.
Was it weird that a Food Network host wore shorts? I was like,
I
oh.
wanted to be in shorts so bad. It
Yeah.
was so
We were just
hot.
jealous.
Yeah, because it must have been
Yeah.
really
was-
humid.
We were just jealous. We're like,
Yeah.
oh, you get to be in shorts.
Didn't brush his hair. I don't
So you want to host? Is that what you're saying?
Do it.
Anyway, I see a lot of crossovers
Yeah.
between us.
It's great.
Yeah.
We're
Let's make it happen.
Always grab bag of fun here every week on the Rocks. Thank you to our audience. Thank you to Icon PR. Icon PR has been very well for us.
We love them.
We love
Yeah.
them too. Thank
My
you-
girls.
Girls, yes.
The double D's.
Oh, that's the investor.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
Dina,
That's it. That's it.
Danny.
That's it. That's it.
Look for a Halloween special.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Do it.
Let's do it.
Big thank you to our engineer Xavier, who puts up with so much.
Yeah,
every
we're
week.
sorry,
What
Xavier.
now?
You know, what are we gonna bring to him next? Please like, share, and subscribe so we can continue bringing this fabulous programming coming your way. Till next time,
Stay happy, stay healthy, stay sexy, and if you drink,
stay tipsy.
Sassy.
This has been another episode of On the Rocks. Tweet me and slide into my DMs on Twitter and Instagram at On the Rocks On Air. Find everything On the Rocks for free at ontherocksradioshow.com. Subscribe, like, review, and share. Until next week, stay fabulous.